Romans 10:4. For Christ is the end of the law for righteousness to everyone who believes. If Christ is the end of the law, then the law is certainly no longer relevant to one who has faith in Christ, right? The word translated as end is quite misleading. It's not wrong, but it's not quite right either. When the average reader sees end here, they will almost certainly conclude that Christ is the cessation of the law. The Greek word can mean that kind of end, but it can also mean a different kind of end. The Greek word telos means end in the sense of accomplishment, the end goal, the aim, the point of termination. Much in the same way one might speak of the termination of a roadway. It does not mean that the road is made void and needs to be removed. It means that the road has reached its intended goal. In this context, we can tell that the word telos does not mean the cessation of something, but rather the goal of it. Christ is the goal or the aim of the law, or stated another way, the law points to and is perfected in Christ. Contextually, this makes much more sense because the chapter is about Israel's attempted righteousness. He says, for they, Israel, being ignorant of God's righteousness and seeking to establish their own righteousness, have not submitted to the righteousness of God. For Christ is the aim of the law, telos, for righteousness to everyone who believes. He explains that Israel has been ignorant of God's righteousness, God's law. See Deuteronomy 6:25. And therefore has created their own laws to attain righteousness. This was manifested in the extensive Jewish rulings and traditions in Paul's time. And Paul explains that Christ is the perfect image of what the law was trying to accomplish and direct us to. Christ is our perfect example. The same Greek word, telos, appears in these verses as well. They may make this application of the word a little clearer. Receiving the end of your faith, the salvation of your souls. We are not being called to end our faith, but rather to reach the end goal of our faith. For I say to you that which was written must still be accomplished in me. He was numbered with the transgressors, for the things concerning me have an end. Telos. And he was numbered with the transgressors. This is a prophecy from Isaiah 53:12. Thus Jesus explains that this prophecy has a telos, not a point where the prophecy ceases to be true, but rather a point where the prophecy is accomplished. Now the end of the commandment is charity or love out of a pure heart and a good conscience and a faith unfeigned. Does this mean that love has ended as well? No, love is perfected in the commandment.